the wife ran away from home after a quarrel with her husband. Before leaving, she installed hidden cameras in her home. She wanted to see how her husband and mother-in-law would react after she left. But as soon as she left, her best friend rushed in. The wife then realized that her best friend was secretly having an affair with her husband. But the trouble didn't end there. From a conversation between her husband and mother-in-law, the wife learned that her husband and mother-in-law had secretly swapped her IVF samples. Now, the child she was carrying was the product of her husband and her best friend. Even more suffocating was that her husband put carcinogens in the nutritional supplements she took daily, causing her to develop cancer. They even planned to marry her best friend after the child was born, believing she would die of cancer. After learning the truth, the wife could no longer contain her inner pain. She immediately turned around and prepared to run to confront her husband. But at this moment her friend realized something even more terrifying. The emotional toll caused the wife to bleed profusely. The physical and mental exhaustion overwhelmed her, and she eventually fainted. Meanwhile, the mother-in-law, unaware of the situation, continued to comfort her ulterior motive. She promised that she would let her son marry her as soon as her grandson was born. Just as they were fantasizing about their happy future, the hospital called with shocking news. The wife was rushed to the hospital due to heavy blood loss. Upon hearing this, several people rushed to the hospital. However, due to the wife's frail condition and excessive blood loss, the doctors could only save either her or the child. Even before the doctor finished speaking, the mother-in-law insisted on saving the child. She demanded that her grandson be saved at all costs. The husband immediately agreed, and they put pressure on the doctor to comply with their wishes. The doctor had no choice but to agree to their request. Little did they know that their precious grandson died due to delayed treatment. To teach them a lesson, the wife secretly stuffed a cloth into her belly, pretending to be pregnant with a live baby. The husband was overjoyed to learn the child was safe. As a man with low sperm count, he has always hoped that this child can help him inherit the family business. Then he rushed over, lavishly caring for his wife. The wife, unable to contain herself, immediately questioned them. When the doctor inquired, they chose to save the child over her. Both the mother-in-law and husband were panicked after hearing this. In order to prevent his wife from taking any extreme action, the husband quickly denied it. But the wife knew now was not the time to argue, so she let it go and was escorted out of the ward by the doctor. The due date soon arrived, and the doctor proceeded according to plan. She announced to her husband and mother-in-law that she had sacrificed her life to save her child. The mother-in-law and husband immediately feigned grief. The mother-in-law burst into tears, and the husband even knelt in front of the doctor. The doctor was clearly moved by their acting. Seeing this, the mother-in-law immediately proposed to take the child to participate in the family sacrifice, and used this as an excuse to declare that the child was the heir to the family. Anticipating this move, the wife asked the doctor to intervene. The doctor told the mother-in-law that the child needed rest and rejected her request. The doctor promised to take the child to the ceremony once he had recovered. My mother-in-law was surprised by the doctor's thoughtfulness and agreed. In order to maintain her image as a good mother-in-law, she publicly announced that she would hold a grand funeral for the woman. With that, she took her son and left. However, as soon as they left, his wife walked out of the ward. How would she retaliate against this vicious mother and son? Follow me for more exciting updates.